What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video of a Hell and Telephone Runners podcast. I'm your host, JT. My co-host is my dad.
What's up, Niner Nation?
First over to like
and subscribe.
Cue the intro music. So, it's been a while since the game happened, but Niners lost to the Vikings, 23-17.
Heartbreaking loss. Yes,
Not really for me. It was early in the season. If it was late in the season, I would be more panicked.
Yeah, you're pretty calm. I'm taking it a little harder, and I shouldn't be, right? We've been through these ups and downs, and hopefully this ship turns it around, and we can get some winning streak and some semblance of a good offense, because it's been looking so ragtag for the beginning of the season.
Well, I'm kind of panicky now with the injuries that are happening.
Okay. But before that, let's go over the game. Huh? Yes, we did lose 23-17. It's, as many reporters have said, it was the score does not indicate how close the game was, because it wasn't really that close. It looks like we're only down by 6, but for most of the game, I don't think we had any type of rhythm going. It was like pulling teeth for the offense to move the ball. Felt like it.
Yeah, Shanahan got outcoached by Brian Flores. Because you said he was predictable.
Oh, I said that? Okay, yeah. Well, okay, yes. There was many times where you think it's like the defense has watched the film on the Niners, and they see a play, a formation, and they just jump on it. The linebacker jumps right in front of the pass, knocks it down. They try to throw it to Debo or something like that, and they just know what's going to happen, and they just sniff it out so quickly. And I feel like Shanahan is just playing the same stuff over and over and over again, and the defense has learned it after a while, and they can see it and they'll jump it. And I don't think Shanahan is evolving fast enough as the defense is to defend his offense. So that's my negative point of view right now. Until I see something, I don't see anything too innovative, very much. So where's this great mind, offensive mind? I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of boring. To tell you the truth, it takes so long for us to march down the field. Other people have bigger splash plays and get people open in space and speed and everything like that. But we're just like 5 yards and 5 yards and 5 yards and 8 yards, -2 yards and like that. I don't know. All right. Well,
I mean, Jordan Mason did good, though, so.
oh yeah. No. That's for sure. He's the few bright spots.
In the beginning of the game, I felt like he wasn't running the ball enough. In the past, the passing wasn't working in the beginning. I kept passing.
Mm-hmm.
Like third and short, and I just didn't run the ball.
Yeah, they should run the ball. Mason is a beast, and he gets positive yardage. If the O line will block properly, he can find the hole and go through it really fast. Yeah. But before that, let's talk about Brock Purdy, right? The man, the myth. He's not a legend yet, but let's
He is best Mr. Relevant of all time.
Yes, that's true. Best Mr. Irrelevant of all time. No doubt about that. Um what did you think about how Purdy was playing?
I mean, yeah, he didn't get a rhythm at all throughout the entire game. And he just felt like Jimmy Garoppolo, kinda.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, there's
Or more
like
agile.
that time when he was trying to throw the ball and it slips out of his hand, and then some D lineman intercepts it, or whatever they called it, a fumble or pass. I think it was a fumble. Huh? So it slipped out of his hands. It's just that's totally a Jimmy G thing that he did. And Purdy even admitted after the game that Brian Flores' defense was confusing him. So that's scary that there's a blueprint out there, which of course, like the Browns defense, Ravens defense, they're also very good defenses that confused Purdy too. Uh, I wish there was something, a secret sauce for him to learn it, because he had a full off season to look over film and learn these things, and he knew that we were going against the Vikings. We should know Brian Flores' tendencies and his scheme and stuff like that. But I guess Brian Flores maybe was innovative, evolved, and changed. Unlike some people, just kidding. you know, he was able to surprise Purdy and kind of surprise Shanahan, I guess, too, in a sense too. Um, I think Purdy was holding on to the ball too long. Maybe he was confused by the offense, but last game he wasn't running too well too. He wasn't a well-oiled machine either. You can say it's rust. You can say it's the first game of the season. But this game, maybe two in a row, it just doesn't look good right now for Purdy. But uh, I believe in him. I'm really hoping that he does right the ship with the Rams. The get right game. Thank you, Rams. Usually it is. But I feel like Purdy's just holding on to the ball. I feel like he can scramble. That guy has some good legs, and he'll pick up the 3rd and 2. Just run it. Just run it. It's open. You know,
Yeah.
the middle of the field is open. Just run a couple yards, get the first down. Instead, he stays in the pocket, tries to force the ball. Yeah, yeah. There's some confusing things. Purdy's not looking very solid yet. Uh, Not mid-season form, as we always say. But hopefully, it's coming soon.
Maybe he is getting to mid-season form. Like he's not automatically into mid-season form.
Yeah,
And maybe
yeah.
once mid-season happens, you actually get in mid-season form.
I hope it doesn't take that long, but we need him like solid now. And the most important thing is Purdy has very few weapons. You're losing Debo, you're losing CMC, right? Ayuk is rusty. How is he going to do? Is he the franchise quarterback that can lift a team up and give him a victory? Or without these um, key pieces missing, will he kind of flounder and not do too well? Because once we pay him a lot of money, we're not going to be able to pay all these other superstars. So this type of a team is maybe what Purdy will have in a couple of years. So this is a good test. Can he do it?
Yeah.
Can he lift the team,
But the
lift the
thing is,
offense?
Ayuk is rusty, so like that affects everything a lot. So
Well, we're paying him so much as a number one receiver. We should focus on him more. Why do we pay him so much if we're not going to use him?
probably just not getting open.
True that. True that. Yeah. So they got to find ways of getting him open, have him in motion, bunch formation, somehow generate that. If they can't get open themselves, then Shanahan should have some sort of a play or scheme. Okay. Next up, what's up, JT? What we got?
Well, the O line
Uh-huh.
gave up 6 sacks, so that's not what we expect from the O line. But they did blitz a lot.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty blitz heavy, I think, for a team. Uh, and Brian Flores is known. Their defensive coordinator is known for blitzing. So, Trent Williams gave up 2 sacks, right? I think I heard that. So, for
Yeah,
your
they gave
best,
him 0 sacks last year.
yeah, I know, right? I mean, of course, he's rusty too. Although he played pretty well against the Jets. Um, but then maybe this is showing his colors that maybe he is a little out of football shape. say, or didn't practice enough with the rest of the team for his timing and communication with his O lineman. So gotta tighten up. Uh, don't know what else to say about that one. You know, the best five, pretty much five offensive linemen we have is playing right now. Feliciano's injured, and
Yeah, put Feliciano instead of Brendel.
I would love that, but they're so stuck in their ways. I don't know if they're ever gonna have Brendel unseated by somebody else. It's
Well,
pretty.
Feliciano has unseated someone else as well from their starting spot.
That's true. He unseated Burford, but Burford was already doing a little merry-go-round, a starting lineup thing with
Brunskill.
Brunskill, Daniel Brunskill. So he was already kind of iffy. So you know, but Brendel's been the starter pretty solid like for years. So I think we could do better. John Chapman just sent up his sent his video online today of all the clips from the Vikings game, and Jake Brendel is being manhandled and uh, is playing very poorly. Anyways, okay, old lineman done. Next, next thing on the offense, right?
Yeah, Debo. He is injured and he's gonna be out for the next couple of weeks. And he's this like second option, or was the first option for this week, so he's gone.
He's been playing pretty well. He's been heavily focused, probably because Ayuk is rusty, coming in rusty, and of course CMC has been out. So Debo is, being fed the ball like crazy. But now that he's injured, I wonder how Shanahan's gonna take this on. I mean, he focuses on Debo, he focuses on CMC, and now without neither one of them, who is he going to turn to? Mason, Kittle, Ayuk, Jennings.
I would go Kittle because Ayuk is rusty and doesn't get open. I think so.
I hope
It has to
Ayuk
be
is
Kittle.
working his tail off right now, knowing that this is his time to shine. This is why they paid him the money. This this is the time.
He's gonna relax now that he got paid.
Oh man, I hope not. Now I don't think that's the kind of guy he is, but I'm hoping Ayuk. He needs to show up. Needs to. Grant Cohn wrote an article today saying, "Did you read it today?"
Nine.
It's about cowing. He said they need to use cowing. Cowing can do the Debo stuff, jet sweeps and things like that. They need to use them. And then at the end he goes, but Shanahan doesn't like to use. He's scared of using rookies. He won't use them.
Yeah, speaking of cowing, he's keeping his job.
I did read that too. Yeah, he muffed that punt. That's another thing we were going to talk about. Special teams. So, Cowie muffed the punt. Not good. I thought he'd be in the doghouse for sure. But we really don't have any good options. You could say you could bring Trent Taylor in, but I don't think they will. I guess not. Trent Taylor was the conservative wide receiver that can safely field a punt but have no upside in returns. Cowing has upside in return, but it might not be so consistent at catching as you saw. He muffed the punt, which is not good. And I hope that doesn't stick in his head. I don't want a Ronnie Bell kind of thing going here. Rookies are scary, but I've seen like the Chiefs. They play their rookies. Kingsley, Sumatia, left tackle, starting left tackle. Carson Steele, running back. In the fourth quarter, I saw him trying to make a comeback against the Bengals. Gave it to Carson Steele for runs in the fourth quarter, trying to come back from behind. Xavier Worthy used him in the first game. What was it, jet sweep or something? Got a touchdown. Andy Reid is not afraid to use his rookies. Shanahan is. That's gotta be fact. That's not a hot take. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say so. So yeah.
And let's talk about the defense now.
No, the
That was
defense. No,
not as big of a problem, I think, but
uh huh.
it's not that great.
Well, run defense was a big deal in the offseason. We needed to improve the run defense because it was pretty porous last season, and they thought they did. They signed Lee Collins, Jordan
Elliott.
Elliott, thank you, um, to try and shore it up. They did not do too well against the Vikings. Aaron Jones, Ty Chandler, right? They both did pretty well.
Yeah, and they're running all over us. Couldn't stop them, except for Warner.
Yet there was I don't know what to do about that. Pass rush, consistent pressure is not there either. It's their pass rush is pretty boring. It's always four people, and they hardly ever get home. And sack the quarterback or grab the quarterback. I don't see it, and it's just very boring, very vanilla. And I would love them because they're not getting enough pressure. Send a blitzer, blitz sometimes,
Nick Sorensen doesn't
blitz
do that.
because you'd think that your D line is can pressure enough by itself. That's the whole deal. That's why you get a great elite uh, D line. They can get pressure only by only on the front four. That's fine. But if they don't, then you need to add pressure. You need to surprise people. You need to send a linebacker or a safety or cornerback blitz or something like that. Um, the front four is just not doing it enough. Unfortunately, you have to risk and send some blitzers. That's unless the D line shapes up, but you never know. It's only the second game, but Hargrave hasn't done much. Malik Collins had a bad second game.
He
Uh,
did.
yeah, I mean, I don't think he did much at all. I mean,
I didn't pay attention.
Hargrave, I heard Hargrave only had one tackle. Uh, Brock Purdy had one tackle, so they had the same amount of tackles.
Uh,
Yeah. So Hargrave one tackle. Anyways, so even Nick Bosa, I'm sorry, he has great PFF grades. He plays the run well. He got 2 sacks, but he just doesn't have that constant pressure and grabbing of the quarterback, that type of thing. Most of the time he's not really doing anything with the quarterback. Of course, I know DNs just don't do quarterback, don't rush the quarterback. They gotta keep in their lanes and stop the run and do whatever like that. Okay, yeah. But there was a time when Nick Bosa was the rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, and he had a bunch of sacks. We want that too.
only 9.5.
As a rookie,
That's not a bunch
defense
of sacks.
rookie defensive player of the year.
Yeah,
I
he
thought he had
was.
more than that.
No.
Okay. It just seemed like he was more tenacious then, getting after it,
Yeah, like 2022.
pulling at people's sleeves, hitting the arm out, causing a fumble, all that stuff. I don't see any of that. No fumbles, no strip sacks, no interceptions. Remember the interception he made?
Oh, you expect the interceptions from him?
No, no, I'm saying, but some splash play, there's nothing. You barely get a sack. And do you get any type of a hit? Or I don't know. I don't know. I want to see more. I need more. We need more. If we're going to go to the Super Bowl, we need more from this group. Yeah. Oh, okay. Speaking of D line, how come George Odom was in the slot covering Justin Jefferson on that 97-yard touchdown catch? I don't understand that.
Yeah, like put in Lenore or something like that.
Yeah, put in the slot corner. You're going against the best wide receiver in the NFL, and you're going to put an old safety, backup safety, on him? Come on now. I don't believe that. When I saw that, I just didn't know why. I would say Nick Sorensen's call was bad. Jair Brown took a bad step, but okay, that's you get faked out by Jefferson. But why hold him in the first place? Why put him in there? Put him in this situation.
And then they sent him up to be benched, and Mustafa came in.
Mm-hmm.
But Hufunga, he'll come back.
But But he's not the fastest one either. I'm just talking about speed. I'm thinking about speed right there. You know, Jair Brown had could not catch up. Jefferson, Odom could not keep up with Jefferson, and Hufanga is not fast. He has the instincts. That's his whole thing. Instincts, reading, reacting, but not his just straight line speed. That's not his thing. But yeah, I'm hoping Hufanga, who is supposed to be coming back next game, yeah,
Yes.
can inject something into this defense. Along with Warner, that'd be great. I can't wait to see that.
And let's talk about Fred Warner now on the positives.
Oh, of course, yes, yes. I'm sorry. Positives.
Yeah, so Fred Warner, he got interception, two forced fumbles, one that Niners actually got, and his peanut punch is amazing.
I know you call it peanut punch every time you see it, and he does it.
It's the
He's
classic peanut punch. That's how you do it.
he's flying in and throwing that punch, and ball comes loose. That was at the Aaron Jones. He was like just about to hit the touchdown end zone, right? And then the fumble bounces, and then Yadam picks it up at the 1 yard line. It recovers the fumble, which is great. The other one he did to Sam Darnold, but Sam Darnold was already running out of bounds, and the ball went out of bounds with him after Fred Warner knocked it out. And then, of course, that great interception where he just like flew out of nowhere and intercepted that ball in the air. That was good.
Yeah, total his full stat line: 9 tackles, a sack, 2 pass deflections, a fumble, 2 forced fumbles.
Yeah, DPOY baby.
That would be crazy if he actually gets DPOY.
Yeah, let's hope a linebacker could do it. A lot of people are saying he is the best linebacker in the NFL, and he's shown it. So that's great. Hopefully, he gets the accolades, and of course, we get the W's from his great play too. Unfortunately, his great play did not constitute a victory this past Sunday, but Warnick just keep it up, and hopefully, we'll get our offense and the rest of the team playing at a high level like you are, and we can go very far. Easier said than done, but I hope so. So, in the end, what do you think we learned from this game, um, or how can we improve?
Adjustments, it's improving, but I guess like formations on defense, because Odom on Jefferson, that was not good, and run the ball more. I would say on offense.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, Jordan Mason, uh, I think Gorenda got one carry. So you want to run them more? Do we run it with Mason, or do we spread it around, or do we give Mason like 30 carries again or something?
Give Mason all the carries.
You're gonna run him to the ground. We have no other running back.
Like I guess put Patrick Taylor instead. Try Patrick Taylor instead of Isaac Guerrero.
Isaac Grandin got
Maybe.
0 yards, I think it was. One play right up the middle. I don't even want to see what the O line did, but he got tackled as soon as he hit the line. So he didn't even get a chance to show what he can do. Just give the guy a hole and let him do something. So Isaac Guerrero, I hope he gets a little more play. Uh, Run the ball. We're doing a great job run. Jordan Mason's averaging 5 yards last game, and what 6 year over 6.7 yards, something like that. The game before or something. He's just
Yeah.
playing great, but I don't want to wear the guy out or get him injured. Shanahan just loves riding one guy. Let's feed Jordan Mason, but give him a little break here and there. It's possible.
Yeah. Well, that wraps it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.